Hello and welcome back to Europe 1100, and we're entering our first siege of the episode. So obviously, here's the thing now. We really do want to try and push our advantage as much as we possibly can against the Holy Roman Empire. They are wanting peace. I know. I was also surprised to hear about that, because I really thought to myself, no way, they're never going to want peace because they're massive, you know, they've got so many fiefs, and, you know, we should be very aware of the fact that they actually might be quite dangerous. And surprisingly so, they don't seem to be taking a super proactive approach to how we've been attacking them and everything. So I'm actually super surprised at this. And that means that we are going to have a much easier time of, well, murdering. And, well, yeah, that's obviously now just coming to a head here. We basically just need to now figure out what we're going to do from then on. Because here's the thing. If we take this, they're going to have 5 towns remaining. Only 5 towns. And that is not very much. But here's the thing. I think we do have quite a few of them taken prisoner, don't we? I think we do. I'm not entirely sure how many we do right now, but I think we have a lot of them taken prisoner. I don't know the exact number, but if we end up making peace, that's going to make things very uncomfortable for us in the future. As we've seen in my Azerai focused series, you know, the Bannerlord modded base game sort of series, where we have mods, but it's in the base game of the map, you know, the Calradia map, standard map. That strategy that I had there, which was to make peace with the Crusade at the time, that actually basically killed me. Almost. That did so much damage to my overall viability in regards to actually being able to get anything done, because I was just paying so much cash in terms of tributes to basically every single faction that wanted a piece of us. They would be declaring war, because of course they are. You know, it makes all the sense in the world for them to do so, because of course they're going to be able to, you guessed it, pressure us, because we have such little combat strength. But that's where it comes in now, where I'm thinking, hey, maybe this is going to be a similar situation, so I kind of want to push the advantage as much as we possibly can, and then maybe we can, I don't know, I'm not sure. Maybe what we can do is just think about whether we want to do something like this, or maybe we want to go and attack someone else, or I don't know. I'm not entirely sure just yet. I'm going to show you the map just so that you get a good overview of what's actually going on. I'm going to take as many pieces of loot as I can, and then we're just going to get the experience. I've actually been leveling up a huge amount of our troops in the meantime as well, which is really making a huge difference. Mr. Horse Thief isn't actually doing much, which I gotta say I am very disappointed by. I kind of thought that he would be much more active. But this castle was actually taken. I'm not entirely sure who took that, but that castle was taken, and so I'm actually pretty happy with this. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to level these guys up real fast. There we go. We actually do have some prisoners. Do I have enough space? Yes, I do. There we go. So we're going to get a huge amount of these really, really good troops right there. And I actually did level up my athletic skill, which we're going to get some additional vigor? Yeah, I don't actually know. I guess vigor, yeah. That seems like the best one, because we're going to get a good secondary skill as well as a good primary skill. So this is the current situation that we've got going on here. You can see that we very easily and very clearly have the advantage in regards to territory gained. However, you can see here that they still have Hamburg, they still have Prague, Vienna, Krakow, as well as Warsaw over there. Obviously, the modern version of yeah, this is the medieval version of Warsaw over there. But yeah, anyway, the point is, we're going to make sure that we can go over here. I'm thinking to myself, do I want to take this castle first? That's the thing. I'm not sure whether we want to focus on castles or whether we want to focus on towns. For me personally, I feel like focusing on towns is probably the way to go. Because if we can take the towns, that is just inherently better in almost every single respect. I'm going to give Mr. Blood Axe this, and hopefully he's going to do a relatively decent job of looking after it. I don't know. I'm not sure if I should doubt him immediately, but I'm a little bit worried about it anyway, you know, because that's just how it is. Okay, come on. Can we get into... Yeah, there we go. Nice. We got into a battle with her, and now we can hopefully just do a nice little auto-resolve. We're going to actually just let a couple of people go here. I would like to foster a little bit of goodwill between some of these vassals, because you never know, maybe they're actually going to end up joining us eventually. And I would kind of like to, well, maybe we'd have the opportunity to persuade them or something like that. That might be kind of fun. But yeah, anyway, there we go. That is wonderful. Let's see what else we can do here. We're just going to get some militia, get some of these guys, and there we have it. All right, so let's go in here. How many do they actually have? Only 579. Alright, so we're having a couple of issues right here because I am running out of food. Thankfully, we were able to destroy the walls here, and Mr. Horse Thief has actually appeared, and he is now helping us out. So I'm very pleased about that. Now, one thing we've got to bear in mind here, I need food super badly, obviously. That is the one thing. But there was actually someone in the comments that told me something really cool, and this is something that I have not really done that much of, because usually when I use trebuchets, all I really want to do is get it done. You know, I just want to destroy the walls and then go straight in if I don't have the ability to starve them out or anything like that, because obviously in this particular position, you can see here that they have 40 days worth of food, so of course, I'm not going to be able to do that. So we're going to have to deal with the garrison here, which is maybe going to be a little bit tough, but obviously not so much when we have such an incredible army alongside us. It probably would have been a little bit difficult when we were by ourselves. Anyway, the point is, the strategy that someone mentioned to me is using catapults on either side of the trebuchets, but only after the walls are destroyed or, you know, near to where they're being destroyed. And you can see here that I already have one. I actually did have another one, but that one was destroyed. So I'm not actually going to spend the time, you know, rebuilding that, because I don't really see the point in that, to be honest. But the fact is, I actually tried this in a prior siege, and it was amazing how much damage the catapult was actually able to deal to the enemy. They are really, really strong. And they were able to eliminate a lot of the enemy archers, and it was just... It was so nice. Oh, and now it's snowing, so I'm going to basically do no damage. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, that's great, isn't it? Yeah, that is just terrible. Yeah. Oh, well, headshots are still getting me kills, so I suppose I should be somewhat thankful about that. Actually, wait a minute. Hello there, sir. Oh, he's being sneaky. Can I get him? Yes. Oh, no. Oh, I got a headshot, but that was not enough. Not enough to finish him off. Maybe I can shoot his hand or something like that. No, that's not going to happen. Maybe this guy? Oh, he's coming closer. Are you serious that I wasn't able to hit him there? There we go. Shot him in the arm. And there's the headshot. Okay, nothing else? No, doesn't seem like it. Alright, well, let's see what we can do here. Maybe I can get inside. There we are. And now let's see if I can do some damage with my little hammer here. A little mallet. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now all I need to do is just get off my horse and literally just go to town on these guys. I have actually been having a whale of a time with this, as I've said before. It is just an amazing weapon. I really do need to get down to smithing a little bit, in my opinion. I think I have enough. Do I not have enough resources to be able to do that? I think I probably do, right? I think I probably do. So we should probably have a look at that after this and see whether we can actually create a decent weapon. Maybe a little bit better than what we have going on here. I'm not entirely sure if that's even going to be possible, to be honest, because I personally feel like the sledgehammer is surprisingly strong for such a cheap weapon. I think I've actually mentioned this beforehand, but it is very, very cheap early on, and you think to yourself, wow, this has got to be a terrible, terrible thing to use. And, well, when you have low two-handed skill, well, yeah, obviously, you know, everything's going to feel kind of sluggish and slow, and maybe it's not going to deal, you know, massive damage. But the sledgehammer has always felt relatively good. even at low two-handed weapon proficiency, even though, to be honest, you know, as we know, when you're at a low skill, everything's going to feel slow. So, you know, that's just how it is. But I always felt like the sledgehammer was very satisfying to wield and didn't seem too unwieldy, which is pretty cool. I like that quite a bit. Anyway, there we go. The enemy was able to escape. We actually lost only one troop, if you can believe that. Even without starving out the garrison. Wow, I can't believe it. I guess it's because we outnumbered the opponent super, super hard. Obviously, you got to bear that in mind, you know. Before you go on and say, oh, it's too easy. No. Hold your horses. Hold your horses, because here's the thing. You saw exactly what was going on there. The only reason why that may be construed as being quote-unquote easy is because we had significant help. Massive amounts of help, and it's nothing to do with me specifically. It's literally to do with Mr. Horse Thief coming along and actually helping us out. What? They have so much fish here? What? That is absolutely insane. Alright. Yeah, let's buy a bunch of that. Let's buy a bunch of cheese as well. Cheese and fish? Okay, my army is not going to have a particularly fun time with that, shall we say. Anyway, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Let's actually just take a quick look. Do they have some hardwood? They do not. Do I have any hardwood? Let me see. I don't, but I have some charcoal. I do have some charcoal, so I'm actually pretty happy with this. Okay, so we've got a bunch of Pugios as well, as you can see right here. So, actually, you know what? Can we do something about that? Can we actually make two-handed maces? Yes, we can. Oh, yeah, we're going to need some hardwood to be able to do that. So, let me see here. Do we have some? Yes. There we have it. And basically what I can do is I can just craft this, and that's basically going to be it. Okay, I'm just going to craft a whole bunch of these. There we go. And yeah, that's really doing a great job for me, isn't it? I mean, literally, it's not giving me any skill whatsoever, but that's not really the purpose of it, is it? The purpose of this is literally just to give me weapon parts, and that's basically it. And you can see here that we are actually gaining a pretty significant amount of weapon parts from this, so I'm quite happy with that. And we're going to continue doing the same thing, I suppose. We're just going to continue making things. The pommel, yes. We are discovering all the pommels in the world that we could possibly want, but that's not something that I particularly desire right now, thank you very much. So, that's a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, let's just do this. There we are. There we are. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so yes, here we go. Here we go. We're actually starting to get these things unlocked right now, as you can see. So this is really good. We can actually just change things up a little bit here as well. Let's just go for a couple more of these. And get these out of the way as well. There we are. And there's a Manavleon. Obviously, we know that Manavleons, they're one of my favorite polearms to use, but obviously this is not a polearm-based series, so I'm not going to be using it now. And look at this. Oh, yeah, we're getting even more. We're getting some really, really good stuff right here. Okay, so what else do we want to use? Well, that's the thing. Eastern Heavy Mace Head. Studded Long Heavy Mace Head. Do I actually don't know. I actually don't know what I want to go for here, but I guess I will just go for something like so. And then we'll just make a whole bunch of those. And then we'll just smelt them once again. You can see how much stuff we're actually unlocking right now. It's just absolutely incredible how much stuff we are getting. And we can also obviously do a little bit of this. And there we have it. Look at that. We're done. Now we can get every single bit of mace thing, and maybe we can actually make something cool. So let's actually have a look here. How much damage are we going to be doing with any of these things? 85 blunt damage. Okay. The swing speed is really, really harsh. Okay, I think I should go for something like this. Yeah, kind of. I don't know, actually. Maybe I should go for this. The swing speed is very harsh on that, though. But does it matter? The swing speed doesn't really matter that much, all things considered. Yeah, maybe not, maybe not. Okay, what about this? What is this? This is a reinforced handle. What does this mean? 113 reach. Is that good enough? 122 reach. I think that's a little better. I like that. Okay, now is there anything else that I can really go for here? What does this actually do? Doesn't really give me any kind of stat difference. I mean, yeah, sure, it changes my swing speed a little bit. Guess I'll just use this one. It doesn't really matter either way, I suppose. And we'll just make it slightly larger, and there we have it. That's it. It was a rusty one. Oh, it's because the difficulty we're creating is insane. Oh, yes. Okay, well, that is not really going to be very helpful. I will just make a couple of those, and then we'll see which one's the best, even though they're all just terrible. They are all just terrible, you know. You don't have to worry about that. They are terrible. Very, very bad. Alright, so we have this, which, as you can see, does look pretty nice. It's an unbalanced one. Where is the other one? Where's the rusty ones? I'm not seeing the... Why am I not seeing the rusty ones? Am I stupid? Am I stupid right here? Yeah, maybe. Ah, there we go. Splintered. That has the same blunt damage as my current one, but it has a slower swing speed, which I'm not a big fan of. I would like the swing speed to be much faster, if at all possible. But I don't think I'm going to get there. This seems like it's the best, so I guess I will use this, and we'll just try it out. I'm obviously not going to be selling the sledgehammer, just in case, because the sledgehammer has proven itself to be a very nice weapon. Actually, wait a minute. Let me actually have a look here. Okay, so the sledgehammer can knock down, but my unbalanced two-handed mace cannot. So that's interesting. I'm actually really surprised. I definitely thought that I would, you know, hopefully be able to create a mace that actually has the ability to knock down, but unfortunately I'm not able to. So I guess we're just going to have to, you know, deal with it. Anyway, let's move on to the castle here. Oh, wait. Do I actually want to go to the castle? That's the thing. If I take the castle, is it actually worth it instead of me taking the towns? Because if I take the towns, we're going to have a much better, shall we say, economic impact on that. And so I'm thinking right now that maybe it would be a good idea for me to just, you know, leave it the way it is. I'm just going to take a couple of these guys. There we go, and we'll just move on. But yeah. I think it might actually be a good idea to just take the towns. I mean, obviously they want peace super badly, by the way. I don't know whether you've noticed already, but they want peace so badly that I think they're probably willing to pay us a massive sum. And if I actually take a look here, well, it's only 2,400 through the diplomacy screen, but if we were to accept their offer from here, it's probably going to be a lot more. That's usually how that works. Anyway... If I can go over to Prague here, maybe we'll... Ah, hello there, sir. He's running from me. Oh, okay, well that's a little bit strange. I'm not entirely sure why you would run, but okay. Let's just recruit some of these guys, and I guess we're just going to go straight on in. Here we go. Alright, so this is still in our favor quite dramatically, but it is not... It's not going to be... It is not a... foregone conclusion, shall we say. Ooh, this weapon is nice. Oh yes, I'm actually liking this a great deal. Mostly because it has a slightly higher reach value. And that is going to make a significant difference to how effective we are in these field battles. You can see here, look at how much damage we're able to do as well. And we can even do damage to multiple targets at once, which is super nice. I absolutely love that. And I don't have to be as worried about going super close to enemies any further either. I mean, even though that's something we're doing anyway, but, you know, it's a little bit easier for us to actually hit enemies. So that's quite good. I'm not entirely sure if I'm convinced by it, though. I don't know whether I like the mace head that we currently have on it. It seems a bit slim for my liking. I don't know. I kind of wanted something with a bit more heft to it. Maybe, you know? Maybe that would be an idea. Because if I have a larger mace head, it's probably going to make... Well, I don't know. Would it make it easier for me to hit things? I'm going to assume yes. I'm going to assume that the hitbox would probably be a lot larger. But that is obviously just a theory, because I have no idea. I've not seen data on that or done any testing on it, because I have not actually used a mace ever before. I've never used a two-handed mace ever before in such an extravagant fashion. Going so far as to actually create a weapon. I've never done that. So yeah, this is literally the first time I'm doing that, which is hilarious in itself. Because usually I would have switched by now to something else, like a two-handed sword or a polearm or something like that, you know, like a long glaive or one of those really, really nice Manavlions that I really like, you know, those kinds of things. But this weapon has been so incredibly fun for me, the sledgehammer more specifically, and obviously this weapon is also pretty good. I actually quite like it. But yeah, as I say, maybe it would be an idea for me to create something that's a little bit chunkier, you know, just a little bit chunkier. Maybe we can actually do something with that. But you can see here how easy it is for me to actually get kills from horseback now. That's the thing, I'm not really needing to try as much to hit the enemy. Because with my other weapon, with the sledgehammer, obviously it does have that lower reach value, and you may not think that really makes a huge difference, you know, because it was such a, I think it's such a small difference. Well, actually maybe it's not so small, because it is 20 reach, I think. So 20 reach is quite significant, I'd say. And I think that's indeed the reason. That is indeed the reason why it is acting so much easier. Because you can see here, I can literally just run around randomly just attacking. I'm not really, you know, I'm not really trying super hard to hit enemies. Whereas with the sledgehammer, I am actually trying pretty hard to hit things, because the reach makes that much of a difference. So I'm actually super pleased that we were able to create something. But don't get me wrong, we are going to definitely be making something else with a slightly higher, shall we say, slightly larger head. That's all. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, let me just get these guys. There we are. Oh, we got a bunch of these as well. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we probably want to do something with them. Let me see. I could probably just remove those. Take these instead. There we are. All right, very nice. And we're actually doing remarkably well in regards to basically every single avenue. The only thing that we really do need to do, though, is keep an eye on our money. I actually did intend to sell more of my things in the previous town, but I think I left a bit too fast. But that's kind of what you gotta do, you know. You kind of have to leave quite quickly. Alright, so into the siege we go, and we've got 2 catapults this time, and I'm very much hoping that they're actually going to show how effective these things actually are, because, as I said before, I tried a siege off-screen with this strategy, and it seems to be, or shall we say, it seemed to be very effective, and I was super excited to actually show you about this, because obviously, let's face it, you know, I was told this by someone in the comments, and I was like, yes, I really want to try this out. That sounds super, super fun. And now, well, now, I mean, I tried it out off screen. It seemed really good. And now my friends are letting me down a little bit here. They don't seem to really be getting many kills with it for some reason. So that is a little bit unfortunate, let's say. And let's see how we do with this. Maybe we can, I was kind of hoping to do more damage, actually, all things considered. I think I do need to create a different weapon. Something with a little bit more impact. I think that's really going to be the thing that will make me absolutely love it. So, yeah, that's the thing that we're probably going to need to do. I mean, you can see here that I am not able to crush through blocks either. I think I was able to crush through blocks very, very limitedly. Or should we say, in a very limited manner. Yeah, in a very limited manner. There we are. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see here. We might actually die. Because here's the thing, this is obviously a much slower weapon. Well, actually not much slower, but it's got less handling and everything, so it's a little bit more sluggish to use. Oh, got shot. Okay, where did I get shot from? I actually have no idea. I guess these guys on the ground, I guess those are the fellows that actually took us down. But that's the funny thing. I'm actually not entirely sure. Maybe it is maybe it's the layout. I'm going to assume that it's the layout of the town that we're attacking at this time that is causing the catapults to not be as effective as they potentially could be. Because I've seen multiple barrages from a catapult in a previous siege take out, well, about 20, 30, 40 troops really, really easily, you know, within a minute or so. And I was so incredibly impressed, and as I said, super excited to show you, but then, well, now it doesn't. So, you know, I guess it's just the layout. That can be the only explanation really for that, because otherwise, you know, I don't know. Maybe they're doing it on purpose. Maybe my men want me to look terrible. I don't know. Maybe they want me to look bad. I don't know. I don't need their help for that, actually. I do not need their help for that. So that doesn't really matter too much. But apart from that, we can obviously sell a bunch of things here, which we will indeed do. I mean, we obviously need to. After all, we are hemorrhaging money quite dramatically. But I can sell some things really easily here. And we may even be able to craft some weapons and actually sell those weapons for a significant profit in the process too. And I think I might do that in the next episode. Maybe we'll get a little bit of something going on with that. But for now, that is going to be the end of this. And I'm actually just going to spend my writing skill point here. What do we want to go for? I'm thinking we will probably go for Dauntless Steed. I'm thinking Dauntless Steed right now because the +5 armor to all equipped armor pieces of mounted troops in your formation. If you think about that, that's kind of insane. Because if you think that they have gloves, helmet, shoulders, torso, that's 4 pieces. So in other words, that means that's 20 additional armor instead of 10 additional armor to just the mount. And so I'm thinking that 20 additional armor for the rider is going to make them much harder to eliminate. So I'm going to go for that, even though for me personally, I prefer having the +20% armor to our own mount. But if you think about how much that actually is in a, you know, from a value perspective, you take a look at this. What is 20% of this? Well, that's, you know, 3, we carry the 2. Yeah, I'm just absolutely BSing you right now because I have no idea. I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. So I just leave it because otherwise I'm going to have some kind of, you know, some kind of like weird thing where I just don't even know where I am. Where am I? I'm at Prague. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time.